Hello, welcome to this week's How's the Market, Pensacola. Well, boy, I'll tell you what, I have wrapped up today a 13 property portfolio deal. 13 property portfolio deal. Normally, if I do 13 units, they're all together. No, this was 13 single family residences all over town, all after Hurricane Sally hit, and the seller did not have insurance on them. So, interesting. Learned a lot about contracts again. I actually refreshed myself on contracts. If you know what force majeure is, risk of loss, really kind of depends on what contract you're using. Because there's a couple of contracts that float around our community that really spell out risk of loss. The others are very, very vague on purpose. So be careful on the contracts. Who you choose to work with definitely matters. It's going to be a quick show today, though, so let's get to the numbers. Let's go. All right, for those of you who have never seen the show, I always start the show off with this slide. It says if we have between 6 and 7 months worth of inventory, we have a neutral market. Anything greater than 7 months is a buyer's market. Anything less than 6 months is a seller's market. What the slide does not say is anything greater than 9 months is considered a hyper buyer's market. Anything less than 3 months is considered a hyper seller's market. If you went back and looked at a year ago, you would probably see all of those markets in our area, just depending on the price point. Right now, not so much. Let's take a look. We're going to start with Escambia County. And in that county, everything under $500,000 is considered a hyper seller's market. If you're looking at these numbers, to the left is actually our numbers, our list price. To the right over here is our estimated month's inventory. So that gives us the market. Okay. So we have a hyper seller's market, everything under $500,000. $500,000 to $550,000 is considered a seller's market, not quite a hyper seller's, but just barely. And then everything up to $700,000 is definitely a seller's, just slightly over a hyper seller's, but a seller's market nonetheless. And then our luxury in Escambia County is still considered a seller's market. It's not quite a neutral market, but it's a lot closer to a neutral market. So that is that county. Let's shoot over to Santa Rosa and see what happens. And if you look, $0 to $50,000, this first line, there is nothing. Nada. I've been saying that a couple of times the last few weeks. Nothing, not even a lot. Everything under $650,000 is considered a hyper seller's market. And everything else is still considered a seller's market. $650,000 to $700,000 is almost a hyper seller's market, but not under our definition. And our luxury in Santa Rosa County, still a seller's market, much closer to a hyper seller's than it would be a buyer's or even neutral. So definitely still sitting here with the seller's market mentality. The fact we've got inventory going to be even lower because of Hurricane Sally is just going to exasperate this even more. We've been having this. I encourage you to go back and look at last October show. Just pick one of the shows and watch it, and you'll hear that I was saying in Santa Rosa County we have an inventory crisis. That was pre-COVID. That was pre all the craziness of 2020. That was pre the hurricanes we just dealt with. So, yeah. That's only exasperated it all completely. If you're looking at making any moves in the next 6, 12 months, give me a shout. I don't care what county we're talking about. We can have plans. I know we're just now getting into the fourth quarter, but I've got a ton of people already talking about 2021, wanting to make a move in 2021, especially with the hurricane just hitting us, which is our first one since Ivan, really, that did this type damage. I hope everybody's all right. I'm sure we will be dealing with insurance claims and assignments of insurance claims. And if you don't know what that is, that actually can help a seller out. Let's say that you were going to get a new roof. That insurance company said they're going to replace the roof. You can assign that insurance claim to the new buyer so that you could sell the property based on the value of a new roof. So there's things that can happen here. I've seen a lot of it over Ivan. I've been doing this a long time, so I've seen how that works. I understand how it works. And it actually helps a lot of sellers out, and buyers are able to get an insurance claim assigned to them and get the new roofs or some of the damage from the hurricane repaired. You also have a lot of public adjusters that I'm sure are going to show up and start offering services to argue with insurance claims, because insurance adjusters are not always as easily persuade that the damage is a lot more than they think it is. So, yeah, if that's the case, definitely reach out to a public adjuster. I have used those in the past, and they work out really, really, really well, usually. But if you want to chat with me about that, and I can give you some ideas of a good one to work with or two, which I'm sure are going to be in town, let me know. Give me a shout. All right, that's the numbers this week. I told you it was going to be a fast episode this week, but I wanted to make sure I get these numbers out because I do this every week to make sure you can make good decisions for you and yours. Thanks for watching. Have a great week. I'm a man on a mission. My mission is to help people break through all the noise out there and don't need no permission. I want to help you get to actual truth. Don't you just want the truth?